Alrighty, remember this box? I can't really work on that quilt right now. Amelia's here, so I don't want to try to work on it. But however, I have these, and we're going to work on these and that one. Alrighty, I have like 25 of these. Let me get down here to the bottom and set the box aside. Hopefully I don't drop them. Now, these are my extras if I need them. Now, we are going to start with these. Now, there's 2, and then there's supposed to be 4. So what I want to do is take both of them, and we're going to put one on one side and one on the other. Like this right here. And I am going to sew this in. Alright, now my question I have always done, and I have always are here still left over. I kept the ones that I could make a quilt or something out of. Leave the dog alone. Alrighty, my question is now, which is it going to be easier to do? You want to keep all them back in there, I guess. Now, is to go ahead and sew these down on the sides, or flip it up and sew it. And I think sewing them down the side is going to be better. So I don't think I need to iron them. I think I just need to go ahead and start sewing down one side to each and every one. No, it got to the side and I didn't want that. Oh well. It'll be alright. We got trimming anyway. I think that going down each side will be a whole lot more better. So we're going to go down each side. I'm going to go down this side and then I'm going to go down that side. And then that way we have them done. Alrighty, I'm gonna go do that. No, you don't need to play pop-balls. You don't need to play with that. No. Alrighty. Now what we want to do is find out which side we want to see. And I think I'm going to choose that side. And I'm going to iron this right here down. And then I'm going to sew it down. Alright, you're going to come across some that are very few that's like this. And you really have no choice but to sew it up. I don't reckon. Which side do I like the best? I like this side better showing. So we're going to go up on it. And we're going to put it down. And sew it down. Alright. And we are going to... I like this side better because we have both colors. So I'm going to go with it. And iron it down. Sew it down. Alrighty. I'll go back to those a little bit. Now, let's see. Where we got the end at right here. No, no, no. You don't need nothing up there. No. Get me a couple of these. I don't need that many. One or two will work. Alright. Now what we want to do is we want to trim off the sides of it. What are you messing with? You ain't supposed to. You don't know. No, Grandpa ain't gonna be happy you messing with the stuff. Alright, we need to trim down the sides on all of them. Alright, let's do another one. Hey, what are you doing? Well, leave it alone. Leave my stuff alone. Don't tell me no. I'll bust that butt. You tell me no. You're not gonna like it. Alright. Now, we want these right here on the inside. So we'll make sure we put them on the inside. And now they're going to come out, some of them in a different size. But we want to put two of them together. And make sure that they're pretty well much even. And now I'm just going to pin them for right now. Because I've still got a bunch of them that I want to finish doing. And when we don't want to cut through our seams that we sewed, we want to be able to keep them together. And pretty well much they're going to work out just fine if we cut them down the right way and all. Okay, where are you at? And she found something she played with. She probably ought not. Alright. Let's see how well these do. Alright, here is this sewed part. And then we have this sewed part. Lay them down. That'll work. And now we're going to pin them down. Now, so far I'm doing okay with lining them up and all. But who makes a whole bunch of these at one time? Sandy does. Alrighty, so that's what we're going to do now. And I'm going to put them together and just pin them, okay? That's all I'm going to do to them is just pin them. Alright, I found two that did not really line up. So line that up. Now down here where you got your seam, that is the most important. But if you look down through here, see here you got some down through here. And down through here it don't hit. So you want to make sure that whichever one you pair it to will work with it. See how this right here is working together? That's what we want. So it's easier to sew. And I have a lot of these to go through and work on. And I have another one over here wanting to help me. Yeah, are you wanting to help me? Nah, you don't know. But come on, you need to help Granny. Granny got a bunch of them to do. But, oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see if that one and this one will work. We're going to put these two ends together and go down. Ooh, yes. Okay. Up. I'm out. Gotta start grabbing them up here. But yeah. Now, I don't want to sew any more on them right now. I'm going to change off to my, dadgummit. Let me find it. This right here, my next one. So, that right there is my next go, so that we can continue on, but I'm getting a lot of it done. What are you playing with? You don't know? Yeah, okay, as long as you ain't messing with something you ain't supposed to, you're okay. I don't think you can hurt that. Oh, no, I don't want you to take it off. No, I don't want you to take it off. No. Don't take it off nowhere. This right here will make it easier to put the binding on. Yeah, we're gonna... Alright, Miss Prissy Butt. I got a bunch of these pretty ones. It's got the stuff on it. I think they're turning out nice. I think they're really turning out nice. Alright, let's see what we got here. But they mostly come right out and work just fine. I mean, every once in a while I come across one that don't want to. Let's see here like that. That right there ain't. Okay, let's see how this one and this one work. Yeah, that'll work. And the more I get together and all, the easier it is. I think I'm going to turn my iron off for right now. I don't think I'm going to need it on. Alright, Miss Prissy Butt. Leave things alone. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and trim. Alright, I found 3 that won't work. So I line these up here. Let me scoot it over. And you see how far it is over here? And then you turn it over and you got some up there. So that one won't work. Alright, then you have this one. I don't know why it turned out like it did. We got this here. Okay, see right here on this side? It don't work. Alright, now, and here we go with these two. These two don't work. You got some over here and some up here. But now, you still got a bunch to go. I just now trimmed this one down. So let's see if it'll fit with this one. I'm putting these two sides together, the ones that are folded. And I see here it still don't fit. Dadgummit, why not? It's skinny. Alright, and that one ain't gonna fit, and that one's not gonna fit. Alright. So we're gonna keep on going with the 4 we got until we find what we're looking for. Because you got a bunch to go by. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna find one that will go with it. I think that right there be the one. Down here at the bottom. Ended up at the top. Yes. Yes. Alright. Finally pin that in together. Put it down there. Now I've still got 3 to go. But hey, it will work out in the long run. Because you don't want to sew one down and it not work because you may not get your stitches. You understand what I'm saying? That one ain't gonna work. Are you kidding me? I've got another one? It's okay. I've still got a whole bunch to go through. And I am not afraid. I just want to make sure I don't cut my threads. Alright, that one ain't gonna work. That one may work. Yeah, yes. Got another one gone. Add another one to it. But you see what I'm saying. So, alright. I'm moving on. Alright, time to get into something that I really don't like to do because there's so many of them. I've got a salvage edge here, so that works great. Alright, what we're going to do, I've done ironed it, because that's really something that needs to be done. Alright. What are you doing here? See what I know about folding it right. There we go. Alright. Cut down. No, don't. Alright. I think that'll work. We're going to cut this down from thummy a line. That is true. That'll work. Alright. Put that in my rug. Alright, now I'm going to cut me down a bunch of these. And then it's 2 inches. I wish I had a 1.5. But I don't want to sit here and go, well, I don't know. What can I see? That's not going to work. If I could see it better, but I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to get it right. That looks right. I'm going to go with 2. I had rather had the 2 than I would to mess things up. Alright, I know I'm gonna probably have to take this whole thing and chop it down. But we're gonna go a little bit at a time here. And I know this right here is gonna be the hardest part of the job. And I've got a my walking foot on, so I'm doing good on that part. And alright, so now we're gonna cut these right here down, a bunch of them, and then we're gonna go from there. Alright, there we go. Alright, come on, Miss Press Butt. Come on. Alrighty, I made one. I think it turned out pretty good. And I got another one over here too. So, now, what we're going to do, and this worked out really great. I'm telling you it did. It's the right length for two. Alright, first thing we're going to do is try to put it down. See if I can't do it. Oh, come on, I don't want you messing up. There we go. Partly get her done now. There we go. Let's go down here. And let's try to work it out, work it out, work it out. All the way. Okay, come on now. I don't want you messed up. Damn it. See, it wants to turn for some reason. There we go. Alright.
This cop is telling this woman that her attorney is giving her bad advice.
Of course. Alright, we're going to take this right here and we're going to cut it in half. There we go. Now, we have enough here for two. Now we're going to get one.
No.
And
I ain't got none there. The what?
We're going to turn
How
it.
much you charge him for a cigarette?
I don't know how much you got.
She said she don't know how much you got.
Alright. Let me see. Okay, this is... We're going to start over here. Let's fold it over. Alright. Now, line these right here up. And, let's see, I think I folded. Yeah. I folded this down. Yeah, that's the way I did it. And that's the way I'm going to do it again, because it worked out fine. Alright, here we go. We're going to sew this down. Now, right in here is kind of hard.
Ain't my fault.
Huh?
Ain't my problem.
No, it's not. There we go. Let's take that one off. There we go. Alright, I want to back stitch it. I don't know. Maybe I might be going too fast or something. Alright. Now I'm going to go down here. Alright. Now, go down. Get rid of my pen, and I'm going to turn it and sew it. Alright. Now I'm going to turn it again and sew it. Alright, now I got too much here. So I'm going to give it a snip. And I'm going to fold this up and go down with it. Alright, I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to grab another one, and I'm going to do it the same way. And then, let's see. Okay, we're going to fold it down right here, make sure that everything's together. I think this is the better way. I don't know. Alright. Alright, what is going on? Why? I don't know why it stopped like that. Okay. Go through all this again. Alright. Line everything up. Alright, let me bring you closer so when I do my next one I'll show you. I hope you can see it. There we go. Alright, now we're gonna go down. After I put my pressure foot down. Right here. Alright, I'll try to line it right up with this thread here. That's what I try to do, okay? Yeah. Alright. Now, I'm going to take and I'm going to fold this up this way. Line it up. And now I'm going to go down with it. Alright, now I want to cut some of this off because it's too long. So I'm just wacky tacky. Alright, now I'm going to fold this up. And it's easier to go ahead and like push it like that. But you don't want to push it all the way. You just want enough to make this go out of the way. Alright. Now, let's go back. And now let's go off. Alright, now we're on to this one. I want to take and cut my corners. So we're going to cut both corners off, if it'll agree with me. Alright. Now, I'm going to take and I'm going to turn it over. I said I better do it from this side because this is the side I want. Can't sew it on the left-hand side. No. Alright, here we go. So now we're going to start sewing it down. Back stitch because we want to make sure it stays. Alright. Now we're going to roll this up. And we're going to sew it down. Alright, before we get all the way, I want to make sure I get this side. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down, and I'm going to take this one and fold it down. And stop right there. And then I'm going to get this side ready. Sew it down. Why do you get that? Fold it down. Come on. Do what I want you to do. Alright. Alright, we want to make sure we back stitch. Alright. So, there we go. Now, we have it done. So now, I got this one right here to go. And we're not going to forget to cut the corners. 25 of these things. But, hey, look. If it'll help their hands, because I don't want them to burn. I don't care who you are. I don't want your hands to burn when you're doing work. And all. They should be able to get these. And be able to give them to them. And all. And all that stuff. But however, alright, so we're going to cut this one right here, and then we're going to work on the other ones. And right here is what it looks like again. Alrighty, we will see you later.